Happy Monday, happy Monday. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about trusting other people's routines and why they probably aren't going to work for us, right? As being a coach in the space for I've been in the coaching space for over 15 years as an independent contractor. And prior to that, I was in corporate health and wellness for about 7+ years. I think that ages me, but the reason we're talking about routines and trusting other people is because the coaching space has gotten so big and the coaching space has gotten busy, aggressively busy, which is a great thing because more lives are being transformed every single day. So today we're going to talk about routine, specifically morning routine, and you don't have to be a morning person to actually have a morning routine that works well for you, that literally sets yourself up for success every single day. And believe it or not, routine can be varied, right? So varied routine is still a routine as long as there's some consistency in that. So why am I talking about morning routines? Well, how we do anything is how we do everything. And why my routine is different from my husband's routine, which is different from my client's routine. There might be some similarities, but at the end of the day, if you're not consistent with a routine that's grounding you in your truth and your highest self every single day, and you're not living your dreams or you're not living out your desires, this is why. This is why. This is the how. Most coaches don't share the how. I believe in generously giving as much information and tools in your toolbox, but it's your job to put it to use. You can go read books, the 5 a.m. club, the this and that routine, the courage to build culture, the 7 steps to secrets to success and Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And there's so many amazing books out there. And they're literally coming out day by day by new authors, new writers, new gurus, new masters. But if we don't start our day with specific grounded expectations in our truth, we're living by default, somebody else's design. And I encourage every single person I interact with to step into their courage and confidence and live their life by design, their way, but in synchronicity with the 7, actually there's, the mental faculties that we have, but also the 11 universal laws that govern our whole existence. Our human beingness exists because of our soul, because of the highest good, the divine, God, source, universe. I call the divine. I was raised a Catholic, became non-denominational, very, very spiritual now, very spiritual. I've been around the world literally on one boat, started in the Bahamas, went all the way around the world, boom, ended up in Seattle, been to many churches, been to many temples, understood many, many religions. And to this day, I know there's one divine, God, source. Some also call it universe. There's an energy that created us and that gifts us the desires within us that are for us. So how do you start your days? Do you wake up hitting the snooze a gazillion times and then you're frantically rushing to get through, and to get to, and to get through the next thing after the next thing after the next thing? Oh, and then this happens, and then we got to stop and we got to pivot, and then we got to rush to get it all done before we clock out. And then we rush home and we rush through dinners, and then we rush through bath time, and then we rush through evening time. And then if we think about it, we might journal some gratitudes. And then we fall asleep, numbing out to Netflix or numbing out to crashing out because we've just totally exhausted ourselves throughout the day. to wake up to hitting that snooze over and over again. So you can be committed to a constant routine that is setting you up for exactly what you're receiving, or you can start to shift your awareness to where you want to see the change and literally ground yourself in the possibility of what you desire so that you're intuitively, intentionally, consciously living life by design. This will prevent burnout. This will allow you to sleep better. This will allow you to fuel yourself and move more in ways that vitalize you. This will bring back more creativity and motivation and will, so that you're not dependent on willpower, which runs out every single day. This will allow you to have more fun, more play with those that matter most to you. And those will allow you to connect brilliantly to your highest self. If that's what you want, if that's what you desire. Because if it's not, then you can live by default. If it's not, then continue to do what you're doing if you're okay with that. But if you're not okay with that, let's figure out what routine works best for you, and grounding in possibility, grounding in your vision. So that feeling of your vision is fueling you and you're becoming, because if you have this beautiful vision in 2 to 3 years to own a couple homes, travel wherever you want to, impact many lives, allow in abundance of money, allow in abundance of health and vitality, abundance of connection and relationships that are so rock solid, you pinch yourself every day because life is so good. Because that's possible. There are people living lives they love. And then there's people that say, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. Good. Everybody says they're good. What's really going on behind the scenes? What are they really feeling? And do they have people in their life they feel open, that they can trust to share authentically, boldly, bravely what they freaking desire? Because here's the thing, my morning routine is sacred to me. My morning routine consists of a lot of different things, and it can be done in 30 minutes. It can be done in an hour and a half, or I can take 4 hours sometimes to get through my morning routine. The best part is I have tools in place. There are things that are non-negotiables that definitely happen. And there's other things that are like, yeah, I feel like doing that today. And I wake up excited to do that. Sometimes at 3 a.m. and I'm like, wait, I don't want to get up at 3 a.m. because I don't need that much time to do my morning routine. But I'm willing to accept the fact that I get to. Not that I have to, not that I need to, but I get to do the things today to provide for what I want tomorrow. I don't have to, I don't need to. And a lot of people live by that. And that's why they have grudges against the jobs they created or committed to, or the partners they chose. Oh, I have to work this out. We don't want to be another one of those statistics. But when you start to ground yourself in I get to attitude, I get to have a morning routine that works for me, whether my morning starts at 5 a.m. or my morning starts at 11 a.m. You get to. I used to think, oh, I get to pack my children's lunch. I get to fuel them with their favorite foods. Not that I have to or I need to, I get to. Same thing with my husband. There's so many things I get to do for him. I used to look at it as like, I need to do this. I should. A good wife, a good girlfriend does this for their spouse. Says who? Says you? Says other people? Are you living life by your design, or are you living by default? And are you grounding yourself in a solid morning routine that sets yourself up for success, that allows you to expect, to trust, to have faith in knowing everything you desire is possible if you're willing to believe it if you're willing to make decisions towards it, and if you're willing to take aligned action. There's a lot of people that like to talk about their dreams, but very few commit with aligned action. And that's why one of the top regrets in people's deathbeds, in hospice, in nursing homes, is living out other people's expectations and not living out their own. So please, yes, borrow your mentor's morning routine, borrow your coach's morning routine, find out somebody that inspires you and ask them what their morning routine is. Play in the face of curiosity about what's possible in your morning routine. How long do you want to dedicate yours? Start with 10 minutes. Journaling out gratitude. Gratitude is the same frequency as abundance. You want abundance and overflow in finances, relationship, love, happiness, connection, adventure, all the things and all the ways, because you can. It's a yes and, not an either or. Yes and. But what do you want? Are you clear on that? Are you clear on that? People are so quick to read all the books and never apply, to take all the courses and never apply what they've learned that feels good to them. Don't do it just because so-and-so said to, or because even I said to. Do it because it feels good and it's in alignment to your vision and you're becoming of that person, that highest version of you, to experience all you desire. Because that's the gift of life, is experiencing it. Not just hurrying up and getting to the destination of the vacation. One of my favorite parts of my life, besides having children, was planning our trip to Bora Bora, to Moorea, the Tahitian Islands. Yes, I really wanted to get there, but planning it, researching, looking at all of our options to capture memories while we were planning this amazing trip. And we didn't wait till we were retired to do it. And we will be back. We're definitely going back. There's so many more islands in the Tahitian area that I still want to put my feet on and experience all the richness that's available in those islands. And by anchoring into my morning routine, my gratitude, my vision, my proud ofs, what could I have done differently yesterday so that I can do something differently today to get a different result if I'm not happy with the current results I'm getting from day to day. So please, 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 I beg you, if you're doing a morning routine, being a morning routine, experiencing a morning routine that doesn't serve you or your vision, change it, pivot, have fun with it. But please do something for your soul and your vision that anchors you in the possibility of becoming it. Not becoming the routine. The routine is the consistency of action. Becoming your vision, experiencing your desires. Because we're all gifted this life. And it goes by like this. And you can live by default or you can live by design. Let me know how I can support you. And until then, I send you so much love. Bye for now.